Let's get right to it. So how could I tap into the equity of my home without actually having to sell it? Right? There's a lot of us today that may want cash. We have it in our house, but we are unable to use it, and we do not want to sell our house. So let's get right to it. How can we tap into the equity of our home without actually having to sell it? Let's start off with a cash out refinance. A cash out refinance, it can be a great option. You're essentially extracting cash from your home, the equity that you have built from paying down your principal, right? Making monthly payments. You're paying down your principal from appreciation. You are able to access that equity from your home with a cash out refinance in form of cash. So when you close on that cash out refinance, you will have cash in your bank account, real liquid, tax free. You do not pay taxes on extracting that cash from your home. You do not pay taxes, tax free. There are important things to note. However, when you are doing a cash out refinance, your loan terms will change. Essentially, if you are on year 17, 16, 15, right, you have been paying your note, your monthly mortgage payments, and you're well into your terms, well, it will reset, right? So you will get another 30-year loan term, and listen, that new term will be with today's current mortgage rates. So if you bought a home, say in 2020, 2021, you may be your mortgage note currently right now may be at 2, 3, 4%. Well, your loan will reset with today's current mortgage rates. Right now, they're hovering at 7% as of January 2025. So they will reset at 7% and with another 30-year loan term. So something to keep in mind when you are doing a cash out refinance, right, that your loan will reset. You will have new terms with today's current mortgage rate. But it can be a great option, right, if you need cash. Now, another great way to tap into the equity of your home is a home equity loan. Now, with a home equity loan, you're essentially getting a second loan, and that second loan is based on the equity that you have on your home. So the beautiful thing about a home equity loan is that your monthly payments to that second is fixed. It could be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-year loan term on that second. When I'm saying second, I'm referring to that loan, that equity, right? You're giving your equity in a form of a loan. You have to pay it back. But again, it is fixed. The percent is typically 1, 2, 3%, depending on your lender, higher than today's current mortgage rates. However, again, it does not affect your current mortgage note, nor its terms, right? At the percent, you don't reset that 30-year term. So it's a beautiful way to access equity without affecting your current mortgage note. Now, something to keep in mind when you're doing a second is that you are essentially using all that equity, right? All that equity. Now, I bring that up because I'm now getting into a home equity line of credit. So people confuse a home equity loan with a home equity line of credit. With a home equity loan, it's fixed payments. You're getting all your equity at once, right? And you have to pay that back. You're getting essentially your equity given to you in a form of a loan. You got to pay back. Now, with a home equity line of credit, your equity that you have in your home, right, you're going to be given a credit card. And that credit card is going to be tied to the equity that you have in your home, which is really a very nice tool. And let me explain why. Because you're only paying interest on the amount that you have used. So, for example, if you have a home equity line of credit, again, the credit card, and say your home equity line of credit is $50,000, but you have only used $10,000, well, you're only going to pay interest on that $10,000. Now, I do suggest paying down some of that principal, right, paying it off aggressively, but essentially you are only paying interest on the amount that you have used. So even though your credit card, right, your home equity line of credit, your line is for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, you are only paying interest on the amount that you have used. Once you pay it off, you can use it again. So a home equity line of credit is nice because you are able to continue to recycle that capital. You're able to continue to recycle the equity that you have in your home, essentially. Now, you do want to note that the interest on that home equity line of credit fluctuates. Unlike a home equity loan, where the terms of that second remain the same, with a home equity line of credit, that interest rate in most cases, it's a variable interest rate. It will It will go up and down depending on what the current market rates are today, right? So, and the same thing applies. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4% higher than the current mortgage notes, right? Current mortgage rate today 7%. So if you get a home equity line of credit, it may be around 10, 11, 12%. But nevertheless, it could be a great tool to tap into your equity without affecting your current loan terms, and you're able to continue to recycle that equity. I do want to note that when the market is, when there's some uncertainty in the market, when there's some, when the interest rates seem to be very volatile, banks can freeze your home equity line of credit. So they can freeze that, your ability to access that equity. But nevertheless, great tool. I don't ever really typically recommend tapping into your home equity unless you really need to. For example, if a business opportunity presents itself, right, or an investment opportunity, it may very well make sense to do a cash out refinance, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit. But I typically only recommend tapping into that equity if you absolutely need to, right? Or if a better business opportunity, investment opportunity presents itself. Or an emergency. Emergencies happen, and you may be in a position where you do not want to sell your home, but you need cash, right? It could be a medical bill, whatever the case may be, and you do not want to sell your home. You have options with the equity that you have in your home. Now, again, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you going out there tapping into the equity, going on vacations to splurge, right? I don't recommend it. When people reach out to me asking, hey, Matthew, how can I tap into my equity? I typically say, well, why is it that you are tapping into your equity? Because at the end of the day, especially if it's your primary residence, right? It is where you sleep, right? It's your home. And the only time for me, in my personal opinion, it only makes sense to tap into your equity if another business opportunity presents itself, an investment opportunity, emergencies. But other than that, if you're sitting at a 2, 3, 4%, it really does not make much sense. It really does not. I hope you found this video useful. I love sharing. At the end of the day, there's true power in knowledge. The more you know, So I'm always here to share and to help. My videos aren't very fancy. They're not glamorous, none of that. But I do try to give real information. I try to provide value, and hopefully it helps. Hopefully you learn from this video. And so I got for y'all today. Peace.